afternoon, football fans. Welcome to TV 50's telecast of Geneseo Maple Leaf football. I'm here today. My name is Bob Pettit with Coach Pat Mitchell, Keith Kennett on the camera, and Willis Andel on stats. Coach Mitchell, this is a playoff game against Triad Knights of Troy, Illinois. What do we know about them?
Well, one of the best things to ever participate in is playoff football on a Saturday afternoon. Troy Triad High School, the Knights, come to us 3.5 hours away down from the St. Louis area, and they're out of the Mississippi Valley Conference. They finished the season at 6-3. That's a competitive conference they're in. Their two conference losses, excuse me, their two conference losses are to Highland, who is a highly seeded team in 5A, and also Waterloo High School, who's actually leading Highland right now 3-0 in their game. Their third loss is Belleville Althoff Catholic, which is the #1 seed in 4A South. So they were state finalists last year, but with Belleville, they were playing them 14-7 at half, and then ended up getting beat 37-7. But it should be a really competitive game. So
both teams come in at 6-3, and again, both teams have 3 losses to pretty tough teams. So you never know what happens here. We do expect a ground game, as I understand. Triad has not thrown the ball a lot this year, and of course we know about Green Machine football. We kind of grind it out as much as we can.
Right, this is going to be one of those games where possessions are valuable, and you need to make the most of each possession you have. Similar to like when you're playing a Rochelle, where they run the ball 90+% of the time. Playoff experience. I know that every year is a new year for high school teams, but this is Geneseo's 40th venture into the playoffs, which is absolutely amazing, considering there's only been 43 opportunities. But for Troy,
that of course is the state record. We were tied with Joliet Catholic, and they faded this year, so we took the lead. Solo lead.
We jumped up on them, exactly right. But this is Troy's 20th appearance and 3rd in a row. So last year they made it to the second round, losing to Lincoln Way West. But Geneseo last year, if you remember right, lost in the quarterfinals to the eventual state champion in 4A, Chicago Phillips. But beautiful day for football. Actually kind of warm, to be honest with you.
It is kind of crazy here. It's almost November, and it's shirt sleeve weather, and we're just about ready to kick off here. We got, as Coach Mitchell said, we got beautiful weather. The Leafs won the toss and deferred to the second half, so they'll be kicking to Triad. Triad gets their hands on the ball first. And here we go. We're ready to line it up. Jack Hinton kicks it towards the sidelines. He waves a fair catch. Number 8, Aaron Miller for Triad, waves a fair catch on the 30-yard line. So Triad's going to start right there on the 30.
That's a great idea for Mr. Miller to fair catch that thing, because he had a number of Leafs barreling down on him, and with a fair catch, just like a punt, they can't touch him. So. Yeah, here we go. Kind of exciting.
It was kind of over the shoulder, and, like you said, it's just a smart move. Leafs defense comes up to the line, and got some familiar faces out there, I would expect. We'll take a look. We got Nick Schwartzendruber here on this end. First man through, number 7. That's a running back.
It's going to be hard to watch, Coach Pettit. That was actually the pitch man quarterback.
It was.
Pitched it.
On the first play, I fell for it.
Yeah, they run what's called triple option, where they'll fake to the fullback, and then that's one option. Quarterback can keep the ball. That's the second option. Or the third option is for quarterback pitches. So
it worked out.
Yeah, you might want to wait a little bit to make sure who has the ball.
It worked out good. The first man through picked up 3 yards, and the pitch man got nothing. Second play here. Some scrimmage. That one's stuffed up by the Leafs after a very short game. Going to give him about 2.
Yeah, he's definitely reading that option. What is kind of like an inside veer, where they don't block the tackle, and if the tackle closes down on the fullback, he'll keep it and then look to pitch it. But if the tackle or linebacker pick up the fullback, or if they don't pick up the fullback, fullback will get you 4 yards.
Bauer, number 3, under center again, hands it off to number 30, the running back. Oh, that one's stuffed up by the Leafs also. That's Trevor Knott on the carry, and that is a about a 3-yard gain on 3rd down, and it's going to be 4th down. Here comes the punt team.
Really nice because they're putting into the wind. It is kind of a brisk wind, so it's looking forward for a good field position to start with. But that was outstanding first series for the Geneseo defense.
Yeah, Geneseo defense, Noah Aper, number 82, number 71, Zach Humphrey. Actually, I think Zach Humphrey went back to number 86 this week. Number 62, Dylan Decker. That's the offense. I'm reading the wrong guys. All of a sudden, I realized that. Here we go. The kick is deep, but off to the side, shanked it a little bit.
Yeah, you're looking at about 30, 25. Yeah, keep on moving.
Fisher just keeps moving up the sideline, and that's okay with the Leafs. Green Machine's going to get the football on about the 39-yard line, starting 1st and 10.
With 10:08 left in the first quarter. So, like I said, a very good start for the Leafs. Now, see if we can jump up top offensively.
Leafs ready to snap the ball. Under center is going to be Kyle Toon in the backfield. Number 35, Cade Humphreys. Number 24, Drew Raps, and it's going to be Jackson with the football, and he's going nowhere. Jackson trying to get around the left end, just couldn't get any space.
It looks like Triad with running a 4-3, but then they're walking the cornerbacks up to make it look like a 6-3 with 2 deep safeties. So it's going to be tough run in the middle there.
Feel free to correct me anytime. Number 34, Jordan Jackson, was that initial running back. Kyle Toon, number 12, under center. Hands that one right up the middle. First man through. Picks up about 6.
Off of the Drew Raps jet sweep motion, and then hand it back to the fullback. You're hoping to get the linebacker to move out of there and open up a little bit of something in the middle. Nice gain, about 6 yards. Yep. It's very nice.
Cade Humphreys on the carry, picked up 6. 3rd and manageable, 4 yards here if they can pick this first down up. It's going to be a ball control game, and field position, ball control are going to be big. Toon under center, pitches it out to Jackson. Jackson cuts up, and he's not going to get it. They're going to bring him down a couple yards short of the first down, and here comes the punt team.
Yeah, definitely some gang tackling there. You know, when you're playing a team that's sort of a mirror image of you, offense or defenses usually have the best of it early on. And that's when you're a run team and you're playing against a run team, you know, one of their best things they do usually is stop the run. So it's going to be tough sledding all day long, I think.
Leafs ready to punt.
Number 46.
Snap is good. Long, high, deep shot, and it is not going to be fielded by the Knights, and the ball rolls. Takes a Maple Leaf bounce, and it's going to be about the 13-yard line. So the Knights are going to get the football on their own 13-yard line and got a long ways to go to pay dirt.
You bet. Nice job. Nice punt by Jack Hinton, and you change field position where you make them go. Well, you make them go 87 yards, and it's hard for a high school team not to make a mistake somewhere when they're trying to move the ball 87 yards. So interesting start. You know, 8:19 to go in the first quarter. It's still 0-0, but both teams have had a little taste, and
try to set
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll try to set that defense. Cody Brower in the middle of the defensive line. Tyler Taste, number 65, and 86, Zach Humphrey, the down lineman. Snap by Triad, and he gets loose. The running back gets loose, and he's got nothing but grass in front of him. Drew Raps pulls him down. Drew Raps, fortunately, had the speed to catch up with him, but because the running back had nothing but green grass in front of him, it's going to be, do the math for me, Willis, that one's going to be a long, it's going to get down to about the 22-yard line.
Yeah, that's Tom Cordell. He's their second leading rusher, 65-yard run.
65-yard run, and he just got around that left end, defensive left end, and he just found nothing but daylight. Looks like some jumping going on here. There's definitely some jumping going on here. Well, trying to pull the Leafs off, and we're going to see what they're going to call.
When you're playing a read option team, that's one of the things defense has to be is disciplined. They have to do their job. You'll have the inside linebackers and the inside defensive lineman responsible for the fullback, and then your ends and maybe an outside linebacker for the quarterback, and then the corners for the pitch man. So you got to make sure you stop the fullback first. So you don't have to worry about anybody else.
Once again, the Knights under center, ready to snap the ball. Looks like First man through, and he's in there. That's going to be number 7, Tom Crawdell, the fullback. He goes through the Maple Leaf line, basically untouched for the score.
All right, he just a little fullback dive with a nice little jump step, something that Jordan Jackson's really good at. A little jump step, and nobody was there to meet him, and he could literally tiptoe into the end zone.
Leafs had Drew Rapps, 24, Cade Humphreys, and Jordan Jackson in there defensively, as well as Hunter Gurton, Ben Cosgrave. I didn't get those names to you quickly. Zach Olson, Logan Weber, and Tyler Thompson in there defensively. But it's the Knights who draw first blood, and the Leafs are going to have to see how they respond. First score by Triad, 7-0 Triad.
Well, the biggest thing here is just to be patient. You know, you don't, I mean, it's so early in the game, you don't necessarily need the score quickly here, obviously, but just be patient. Go back and you know, offensively, just keep doing what you're doing, what got you here, and then Coach Mackey and his defensive staff will put together, you know, figure out the mistakes there and hopefully get those corrected.
On the first Leafs drive, they end up with a 3rd and 4, and those third downs are so critical, and they just couldn't pick up that first down. So, you know, more yardage on the first, down 1 and down 2, or they got to pick up that critical third down, because they're not looking for long strikes, as you said, Coach. They're really trying to move that ball methodically down the field, pick up several first downs, and put it in the end zone.
Right. If I remember right, on first down they ended up behind the chains where they lost a couple. A little bit. So now you're working behind the chains. You gain 6 on second down. If you get a little bit more on first down and you still gain 6 on second down, you have a better chance on third down, obviously. But no time to hang your heads.
Got Zach Olson and Tyler Thompson deep to receive this kick, and the kick is deep right to Olson. Zach Olson takes it, heads up the middle, picks up a couple blocks, and he's getting to the outside. It's a foot race. Takes it down the sideline, picks up nice yardage to about the 44-yard line. That's a good place to start from, Coach.
Oh, you betcha. He does a really nice job, Zach does, as a sophomore. He's going to be fun to watch grow and throughout the next 2 years. He's just going to get better and better. It's going to be exciting to see how he contributes to the Green Machine program.
We'd love to see him grow a little.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sure. Sure, I agree.
We've mentioned that several times this year. His pass coverage is great, but you get him up against a 6'5" guy, that's a little disadvantage.
It's a little difficult.
Leafs up front. Hunter Gurton snaps the ball. Kyle Toon gets around left side to Drew Rapps, and Rapps picks up. There you go. That's a nice first down pickup.
You bet. You know, you get 3 or 4, you get 4.
Picks up a good 5.
Yeah, if you get 5 on first down, that's a good start. It makes you a whole lot smarter, Coach, on second and third down.
Again, Kyle Toon, the quarterback, Drew Rapps, Cade Humphreys, and Jordan Jackson in the backfield. Across the line, we got Hunter Gurton at the snap, Dylan Decker and Charlie Weiss at the guard spots. Dalton Stage and Sam Thomas back the first time in several weeks at the tackle spots. That ball's up the middle. Cade Humphreys does not get the first down, but he gets close. Again, he gets it up to third and manageable, and that's going to be one of the keys here for the Leafs.
You bet. It's going to be interesting watching to see how Sam Thomas comes back after being out a few weeks with the foot. You know, you always worry about conditioning, and with this being a warm day, hopefully we've hydrated during the week, and we're still good to go fourth quarter, not cramping up.
We're going to give Rapps 4 yards on that play, and it's 3rd and 1. Leafs were in a similar situation here with 3rd and 4, didn't pick it up on their last drive. Toon under center, hands it off to Jackson, I believe.
Yeah, that's a straight, what we call at the 8th grade level. That was 47 power. Looks like he got enough for the first down with 6:41 to go in the first quarter.
When you need 1 and you pick up 2, that's not a bad thing.
You betcha. Like I said, you're a lot smarter coach on 3rd and 1 than you are on 3rd and 4 and 3rd and 6.
Coach Mitchell has been with the 8th grade team. You've coached every one of these guys, or no, most of these guys, because we are split. That's correct.
Yep.
A good percentage of these guys. Toon under center again on first down, 1st and 10. Got a little movement going on here. Got some flags.
Interesting. Came from the umpire behind the linebackers. Okay, we moved.
Yeah, those are the kind of things that, again, make it difficult, make the coaches not quite as smart when it's 1st and 15.
Yeah,
makes a tougher call.
This is what we're talking about behind the chains. You know, anytime you've got to cover both chains to get the first down, that makes things really difficult. But if it's going to happen, you'd rather have it happen on first down because you know what you need to get.
The ends offensively rotate Noah Aper, Braden Reese, and Ben Cosgrave. They shuffle some plays now and then, rotate those spots. This ball is downfield to Jordan Jackson. He's going to pick up about 10 on the play.
Pass complete to number 34, Jordan Jackson.
Going to give him about 9. I'd say it's going to be. That was repeat of first down, of course, because they had not snapped the ball. So that was it's going to be second and about 7.
Right. That's a flood route out of the jet formation, or out of the jet sweep motion. So usually the middle guy is the guy.
Toon under center again, snaps the ball, hands it off to Jackson again. He gets around the left side. Got one man to beat, and he does beat him. Shakes him off, gets the first down. Down about the 31-yard line, right about the 30-yard line, they're going to mark him.
For years and years, that's the bread and butter play. That's belly 48. Some teams call it double dive. When you hope that the fullback lures the linebacker, to the inside, and that opens up the C gap, the defensive C gap or the 8-hole. But yeah, very nice play, very well ran.
Hey Keith, if you notice, we got a lot better analyst this week. This guy knows what he's talking about. Yeah. Here we go, Leafs on first down. Toon brings it back, hands it on the right side. Drew Rapps taking it down, cuts inside, but he just picks up a few. That's a hard-fought yardage right there. Picks up about 3.
There's another guy that's been fun to watch get better this year. Just slowly but surely, he just gets a little better every week. Building that confidence. Last game I got to see, he had the 99-yard run. That was a lot of fun watching. But
the reason, so the fans know, sometimes you don't get to see football is because you're doing the scout crew a lot.
That's right.
You're scouting ahead teams that we have coming up. Nice to have you here this week. Let you watch one. That ball's handed off. Caden Humphreys, he gets around this right side. He broke the tackle, but he couldn't gain his balance, and he staggered out of bounds, but he's going to get the first down.
He needed the field to be about 1 more yard wider, and I think he could have planted and got upfield, but that's a very nice run. Very nice run.
And he would not only got upfield, but he'd have got into the end zone. It's a first down for the Green Machine here on the 17-yard line, and they're driving just as you described, Coach Mitchell. They're doing exactly what you said the remedy was for this, get this score. Snap, handoff to Jackson. He tries it up the middle, tries to cut back, and runs into a big white jersey.
Yep, just got to make sure he takes care of that football. You want a little high and tight. Don't want that thing hanging out there at all. With 5:10 and counting to go in the first quarter, we're in the red zone.
Well, we're going to give him 4 yards on that play, so it's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Leafs. Coming up to the line of scrimmage, wearing their home greens with gold pants. Somebody said they look like the Packers. I wonder if anybody's ever thought of that. Hey, here we go around the right end.
Nice
it's Rapps. The ball pops loose. It looks like it's recovered by the Leafs.
I think he had the ball high and tight. I think a helmet got to the football the way that thing popped out of there. But
Drew Rapps turned the corner, and he looked like he might have some daylight in front of him, but a helmet did hit that ball. Popped out, Leafs recover on the 10-yard line.
Yep.
So, a net gain on the play.
Ball security is so important in this type of a game when you're going to have limited possessions.
Oh, they're doing everything right on this drive, and you don't want it to end. You got to finish it. You don't want it to end on something silly. So Leafs 3rd down and 2 on the 10-yard line. Toon calls the play up to center, pitches it outside. That's going to be Rapps again with the football, cuts in, and it's going to be really close to first down yardage, depending on the spot. They might have to look at this one, Coach.
Yeah, it looks like
they're leaving it on the ground, so they're looking it over really good. They're going to call first down.
Gave it to him.
Hey, no measurement. We don't want to waste time breaking those chains out here.
Yeah, like you said just a few seconds ago, they got to finish this one off. You get this close, you need to get paid. You need to get paid. So that means everybody. You tell the lineman everybody's got to score. Everybody's got to get in the end zone.
Kyle Toon comes in with the play from Coach Johnson. Actually, Coach Dirks and Coach Thomas and everybody's in on this one. It's 1st and goal inside the 8-yard line. Leafs coming up to the line of scrimmage. Kind of tightened up, pitch that thing outside to Jackson. Jackson cuts out. It's one man to beat. He can't.
Nice tackle.
Yeah, it was a very nice tackle. It was one-on-one on the open field out there, and it was an open field tackle. Picks up 3, though, Jackson does. Jordan Jackson on the carry, so it's 1st and goal from the 5.
That's right. That's Cody Qualls. He's a junior defensive back for Triad. Very nice. That's literally a touchdown-saving tackle.
Once again, we got Zach Humphreys in the offensive lineup. Dylan Decker, Hunter Gurton, Charlie Weiss, Dalton Stage, Sam Thomas back in action. Those guys are doing a nice job on this drive. Hand off to Jackson one more time. And he picks up a couple more. Boy, they're hard yards in the red zone, aren't they, Coach?
Right, exactly. The one thing I'd say right now is we got to make sure if you're going to make a move, make one move and then get upfield, because you're this close. That upfield, that momentum can get you into the end zone. You get a little help. You can help your linemen, get behind your linemen and help the linemen with their blocks too if you hit them in the back a little bit. So
yeah, he picked up 2 on that play, so it's going to be third and goal on the 3. And you're right, Coach, they need that surge and they need to go. Jackson outside. Oh, they're pushing him way out. They're pushing him out, and he dives in. He heads for the pylon, but it's
going to be 4th and short.
They are not going to raise their hands.
The ball carrier, driven out of bounds on the
He dove head first for the pylon, but they're going to call him up about a yard short, half a yard. Is it inside the 1?
Kind of a big play here with 2:39 to go in the first quarter.
It's a real big play, down 7-0.
4th and 1. 4th and goal at the 1.
4th and goal at the 1. Toon brings the play in to the huddle.
Got the crowd excited.
Got the crowd excited. Everybody's on their feet. A lot of green shirts here in the crowd. A lot of red shirts on the other side. Toon under center. The snap. Hands it off to Jackson. Goes in the middle. He's in. It's a Geneseo touchdown by Jordan Jackson, and the Leafs answer. We're going to give away a pizza here. Be the first caller to La Roma Pizzas and say, Geneseo's best. Geneseo's best is the La Roma phrase for the week. Be the first caller to La Roma Pizza and say Geneseo's best, and you'll win a free 2-topping pizza. La Roma Pizza, 944-6171. WGRG radio listeners only. 1 winner per week, 1 per season. And this extra point is good. I didn't get that out fast enough. Extra point by Jack Hinton is good, and that ties the score at 7.
Well, you are in a new role, but yeah, 2:36 first quarter. We accomplished what we wanted to accomplish by tying it back up. It's kind of neat to get the score in the end zone down there with my middle school peeps.
Yep. Yeah.
Being a 7th grade math teacher, you know all those people down there too. Miss Wendy leading the cheers. Along with Mr. Johnson down there. Kind of a smaller crowd than normal, but it usually is on Saturday afternoon as opposed to Friday night.
Oh, you know, people got a lot of things to do, and there's a rumor said the Cubs are playing. 14-play drive, 58 yards, 5 minutes and 26 seconds on that. A 1-yard touchdown run by Jordan Jackson. Hinton with the extra point makes it 7-7.
That's exciting. You know, we almost lost the ball down there at about the 7-yard line. I'm glad we got that one back.
I didn't see who recovered that. Did you, Coach?
I did not.
But it was good heads-up football. There was a couple green jerseys dove for that football, and good heads-up football to know where the ball was and get after that thing.
That's why you tell linemen and ends and everybody, you got to trail the play. Trail the play. You never know.
Hinton ready to kick off, and there's the boot. That ball hits the ground at the 20, picked up at about the 17-yard line. And here comes that. Oh, nice tackle.
Cosgrave.
Yep, that's Cosgrave. Ben Cosgrave with the tackle. Picked up a nice gain, though. Got to the 35-yard line. You know, again, field position such a big part of this game.
No question. I mean, the last time Triad had the ball, they started at their own 13-yard line, 15-yard line. It didn't take them long to move the chains. So hopefully.
But a 65-yard run helps that a little bit.
It sure did, didn't it? So like I said, though, you've got to stop the fullback, or you don't have to worry about the quarterback and the pitchback.
Quarterback actually leads them in rushing, but right. That was not him on that first drive. And here we go, Triad. Quarterback under center. There's some movement, not much.
Yep.
He's going to pick up about 5 on that hands up to the first man through the fullback. Just like Coach Mitchell says, you got to stop the fullback. That's Cardell. We're going to give him a long 4, and maybe almost 5 on that thing. Cody Brower in the middle. I believe Zach Humphrey was in on that. Once again, the Knights with the football. Give it to the fullback. He goes off the right tackle. Picks up about 3.
Right. That's like and it's difficult. It's difficult to defend a team like this when you've been seeing the wide open offenses all year long. That's why we like to think teams have a hard time defending us, because they see the wide open offenses all week long. You know, the one thing I'm really interested to see how it plays out is how physical both teams can be.
And here come the Triad Knights. 4 yards on the first one, 3 on the second. We have 3rd and 3. Quarterback under center. Pitch out to the right side wing, and there's some space over there. He's got the first down and more. Knocks out of bounds just over the 50-yard line. He's going to be on Geneseo's 49. And it's going to be first down for the Triad Knights.
Right, that's number 30, Trevor Knott. He's their 3rd leading rusher with about 500 yards on the year. But you got to defend all 4. That's the way this type of offense works. You got to defend 4 running backs.
They do. As you said, it's a lot like looking in the mirror. They have a lot of similarities with a balanced rushing attack. They'll use all these people. Triad on the snap again. That was the first man through, wasn't it, Coach?
Yes.
Okay.
Fullback.
I didn't want to go for the fake again.
Yeah.
Fullback picks up about 4.
You know, a lot of times people talk about balance on offense, and they're talking about the difference between the run and the pass. But the way our offense and the way this Triad offense is, the balance is between the running backs, and you still got to defend the whole field.
Triad has not thrown the football. They throw the ball a little less than 2 times per game. Here's the snap.
Got it.
Quarterback kept the ball. He read that the fullback was stopped on that play. As it looked to me, Coach Mitchell. And the Geneseo defense just smothered the quarterback. They're going to hold him for, well, no gain anyway.
Yeah,
they tackled him deep into the backfield, but they're going to have forward progress right up to the original line of scrimmage.
Right, that was Nick Schwartzendruber on that stop. My guess is that's his responsibility as the quarterback. So
Nick Schwartzendruber, talking about guys who have come along. He's had a good season.
Oh, wait a minute. Holy mackerel, look at the forward progress they gave him.
That's what I said. The forward progress was the original line of scrimmage. They didn't give him any loss at all.
No.
It was a little bit strange, but that's what it is. It's 3rd down and 6. There goes the fullback, and he's got the first down.
Wow.
He busted through the middle of the line.
Yeah, the question I think is that they tackled the quarterback in the backfield. You know, maybe they thought the fullback had the ball and they gave progress to the fullback on the previous play, but.
Well, there wasn't. That's history now because the Triad Knights have a first down at the 33-yard line of Geneseo, and they're moving the football one more time. It's a 7-7 game here in the first quarter.
No huddle. That's the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter here at Bob Greenfield in the IHSA first round.
So at the end of the first quarter, Geneseo Maple Leafs 7, the Triad Knights 7. We'll be right back.
7.
This TV 50 telecast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Telephone Company, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Vandemore Funeral Home, Northside Rexall Drug, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Village Home Stores, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank. Please patronize our sponsors and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV 50 telecast.
And we're back here for the second quarter of football. My name is Bob Pettit, along with Coach Pat Mitchell. Coaches 8th grade football, knows a lot of these players, and teaches math at the middle school and sees a lot of them that way.
Some people think I just faked the math part, but we do the best we can. No, this is, like I said, this is an evenly matched game. Looks like talent-wise is very similar, speed-wise is very similar, physical size is very similar. So the question is who can be the most disciplined on defense. and we'll see if turnovers play a role later on.
We're ready to start the second quarter here, and it's Triad football. The score is 7-7. Triad drew first blood and scored their 7. Leafs came back on a long drive, and they scored their 7. Triad driving again. They're at the Geneseo 38-yard line. Hand off to the fullback, and he's off to the races. He's got nothing but grass in front of him. They tackle him from behind, and they're gonna call him short of the goal line, Coach. It looks like he fell over it, but he's gonna be on the 1-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be first and goal at the 1. But yeah, that's like we talked about.
Logan Weber on the tackle. We hate to see Logan Weber make so many tackles. When your free safety is making too many tackles, that's not always good. But
that's not a good thing.
Crawdell, the fullback, has been the horse for him this afternoon.
Yeah, the boys up front got to start beating the man across from them, making plays.
Snap, quarterback keep up the middle. Nice read, too easy. Touchdown, Triad.
By the quarterback, number 3.
That gives them the lead. It's been a seesaw affair here, and the Leafs have find themselves behind one more time.
Right, scoring the second play of the second quarter. Kind of reminds me of a couple games I've seen. Reminds me of Canelan. We score, and then they come down the field and score on a very few plays. But, you know, that's like we just said about 20 minutes ago. You can't panic. You just got to keep playing.
And as you called before the game, Coach, they're very similar teams, and they're very possibly comparable teams in quality. You know, they're both just kind of smash-mouth football teams, both sides of the football.
They're trying to see who gets a break, take advantage of a break.
Triad has just got one more punch on the green machine right now, and the extra point is going to be good. That's going to bring the score to 14-7 here, just barely into the second quarter, and the Maple Leafs are going to get the football back. That drive was 8 plays, 65 yards, took 2 minutes and 55 seconds, and it's a 1-yard run by Tommy Bauer, the fullback. Tommy Bauer, the quarterback, my bad. The fullback's been carrying the ball so much, I want to give him the football again.
3 minutes off the clock, capped off with a 1-yard touchdown.
So, as you mentioned, Coach, you know, it's not time to panic at all. This is Leafs have been in this situation. They've had some tough losses this year out of their 3 where they really were having a hard time keeping up with Sterling, you know, is a phenomenal football team, in Morris and Rochelle.
Right.
But this doesn't look like that kind of a game.
No. This is one where you should be able to keep up. You know, sometimes we don't like to admit it, but sometimes you play teams that are better than you. They're better athletes, and you run into that group, and that's what happened with our Sterling game for sure, and Morris. But you never know. In this type of game, you got to just keep playing. You got to keep playing because it looks like you have a chance.
We got Zach Olson and Tyler Thompson back one more time for a kickoff. They've been back there all year long. This one's going to Olson. Receives the ball at the 10. Turns up, tries to find midfield, trying to avoid the tackle, but he's got brought down short of the 20-yard line, right about the 19-yard line. So the Leafs got 81 yards to travel.
Well, if you look at another score, our friends up at Sterling won their first round game 45-6 over Chicago Westinghouse, so they're moving on in the 2016 playoffs.
That is a good football team, Sterling.
They're
Golden Warriors.
Number 1 seed in the northern part of 5A.
Okay, Leaf football here. Once again, Kyle Toon comes up under center. He's got the play called. Snap, hands off. It's a counter play. Up. Drew Rapps takes the counter play and picks up a couple.
Right, he's lucky to get what he got because he was hitting the backfield.
I'm sorry, that was Jordan Jackson.
Jackson, the ball carrier. Picks up 3 on the carry, second down.
Feel free to correct me, Coach. But yeah, he did. He was hitting the backfield just past the line of scrimmage and did work hard to pick up those 2 yards. And once again, we talked about picking up that nice yardage on first down. It makes that third down so much easier.
No question.
So they need a big second down here. Kyle Toon comes up the line. At least green machine up the line.
Tackle over. Yep, there's jet
snap.
sweep.
It's off to Drew Rapps, and he does pick up the big gain, and he's got the first down and more, dragging him dragging the pile. He looks like a 280-pound fullback carrying that pile down the.
Much better ball security that time. He had both hands on it, high and tight. That's the one fear, the fear you have, especially with the younger kids, is when they're fighting for that extra yardage, that guys are just clawing at that ball, but not that time for Drew. He had great security. He had that ball secured very well.
Big pickup for Drew Rapps here, about 26 yards on the play, 25 yards maybe on the play, and a first down at the 46-yard line of Geneseo. Sam Thomas making sure he's got it straight. He hasn't been in that lineup for a few weeks. Snapped to Toon, pitches it out. Jackson picks it up, and there's the first down play right there. He's going to pick up about 7 on that first down play on the pitch.
Yeah, it looked like he just kind of, gets out around that end and just kind of weaves and bobs, trying to find his lane to run in. Like I said, when you're out here in the middle of the field, yeah, that's good. You might get that breakaway run. When you're down close to the goal line, square those shoulders up and get into the end zone.
Give your lineman a chance to make that block, that kick-out block. It was a good run by Jackson. Second short is a lot easier than second and long. And that's where we're at right now on the Triad 46-yard line. Toon under center, ball snapped, handoff to Cade Humphreys, the fullback. And he picks up the first down and a little bit more. That ball is going to be placed on about the 43-yard line of Triad.
Picks up a Geneseo first down on the tackle.
With Cade at fullback, I always called this senior group the group of adversity because they've been through a ton since they were in 8th grade. But Cade at fullback really kind of seems to settle things down.
Yeah, that's
pretty steady.
Get your senior influence in there. Now Machine back up on the line. Toon hands off to Drew Rapps. Rapps cuts around the right end, right off tackle. Had a nice hole at the line of scrimmage. Picks up, about 6 on the play.
I think he made the right choice on that. He used his blocker well out there. We always tell, in the younger levels, we tell the running back to look at the butt of the guy blocking for you. And if you can see butt, go that way, because that means he's got the defensive man sealed off.
Yeah, and that was a good job of sealing off that block. He picks up about 6 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 4 for the Leafs. Down about the 36-yard line of Triad. Yeah, that didn't work.
Hopefully on them.
We got a flag here and there's some movement. Everybody pointing at each other. It's always funny that people just pointing at each other. It's like brothers and sisters pointing at each other at the dinner table. He looked at me. They're going to go against the Leafs on that one. They're going to have some motion here. Going to get a 5-yard penalty.
That's 3 on us, I believe. 1 on defense, 2 on offense.
Flag on the play.
Well, you just got to overcome. You just got to overcome. You put yourself in a tough spot with penalties like that, and just got to believe that you can make up for that. And personally, I think we may be in 4-down territory, so we'll have 3 downs to make 9.
With Sam Thomas back in the lineup, that's Zach Humphrey that rotates in at that tight end spot now. Got lots of people been handling that spot this year. It's going to be 2nd and 9 after the 5-yard penalty. Toon drops back to throw. He tucks it in. Couldn't find anybody open. Tucked it in. He picked up about 3 or 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down here inside the 40-yard line at about the 38 of Triad.
That's that flood route this way. The middle guy is usually the guy open, and Drew might have been open early, but Kyle had to step outside his pocket there because of a really nice rush by the linebacker there.
We'll call 3rd and 6 as the Leafs come up to the line of scrimmage. Ready to snap the ball, make sure everybody's set. Motion by Rapps, he gives him the ball. Tries to cut right, but he is snuffed. Snuffed, trying to cut to the right, trying to cut inside, decided to take it out, and it looks like the Leafs are going to punt the ball.
Yep. Gonna have to punt the ball.
At the Triad, they have the football at the Triad 39, loss of a couple on that play.
All right, my guess is if we'd have been 4th and 3 or 2 at last, that we would have went for it, but not on 4th and 6.
Yeah, it's a long, maybe 4th and 7. It's a long haul. So.
Yep.
Dropping back in.
Rapps checks out of the game. Jack Hinton steps back, kick this thing, and obviously he's going to look for a coffin corner or something really close to the goal line. Snap, light rush. kick down the right side. It's going to be a bounce. It's going to be a Leaf bounce down to the 5-yard line, right inside the 5-yard line, and what a kick by Jack Hinton.
Well done. I mean, that took like a left turn. It looked like it bounced at about the 8 on outside the hash, and it ended up inside the hash, just inside the 5. But 7:09 here to go in the second quarter. Leafs down by a score, 14-7. But Triad's got 95 yards to go for a score. So hopefully we can catch a break down here. Could really use a turnover, something to turn the tide here.
The Leafs have not stopped Triad, though. They've had the ball twice, and they have 14 points to show for it. So the Leafs have got their work cut out for them, even though they are 95 yards from the score. Triad under center. Ready to go. Hand up, first man through again. Stop short.
Yep.
Quarterback kept
that thing.
I tell you what, I'm not the only one falling for it, because there's 5 Maple Leafs tackled that first man through.
Yeah, quarterback kept that again. So it's going to be this way all day.
Picked up 2.
And they just work it and wait for you to make a mistake.
Picked up 2 on the play, so 2nd and 8. Snaps the ball. Fullback does have the football on that one, and he is up short of the first down, but very close. We're going to have a late activity, and again, it depends on who they saw with the late activity.
On the tackle for Geneseo, number 34.
A little altercation out here in the wide open, nowhere near. It's going
to be on number 8 on sportsmanlike conduct.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Knights.
Aaron Miller.
On the offense.
There's a break. Now you got to take advantage of it.
We can throw the Triad players under the bus, but we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that for our own guys. Yeah, again, Coach Mitchell, that is the big break that you might need, because that ball is back. It's still 2nd down, but it's 2nd and about 9 on the 6-yard line.
My only question was that a dead ball foul, and it should be 3rd and 9, but.
Well, it looked like it was after the whistle.
Exactly. That would make it a dead ball foul.
I don't see anybody.
Yep, 3rd down.
Okay,
they switched it to 3rd down. Good.
Okay. I didn't see anybody asking the question, so it must have been pretty straightforward.
I guess it's fullback.
Triad snaps football.
Nope, quarterback on the counter play.
Counter play.
Oh, he got it.
Oh my gosh, he's still on his feet. The Leafs trying to pull him down, and he's going to get a first down.
Oh.
And now we're going to have another flag. A lot of activity going on here. And again, there's so much activity. There's so much activity here, you don't know exactly what they're seeing.
Aiding the runner.
Aiding the runner, and they're going to pull that one back. That's going to nullify the first down. From the point.
Illegal assist called on the offense.
The runner can push the pile, but the offensive lineman can't get behind the runner.
Right. I know in the NFL that's actually changed. You can't pull the runner, but you can get behind the runner and push the runner. But I'm not sure about high school football.
So 3rd and 9, crazy enough, is going to move it back. It may or may not. It's going to be a.
Still could be a first down.
Yeah, we'll just quit talking and let them spot the football. It can be a first down, because it is it's a spot foul from the point of infraction, and it is going to be a first down. They're moving the chains.
Right. I think they originally called a first down. The chains moved a little bit, and so that was the question, But originally on first down, the ball was behind the 5-yard line. They're outside the 15, so yeah, it's a first down.
Yeah, they're on the 17-yard line and moving the football again. The Leafs had them pinned down to the 5, and here comes the Triad offense back at it. Triad quarterback taking his time, trying to draw the defense off. Again, Coach, you got to have that patience. There's the handoff up the middle.
All right, it's kind of like those teams you see, the spread teams that'll call a couple signals and they'll stop and they'll look over the sideline and see what the coach wants to call, depending on what the defense is doing. That's exactly what they're doing there. They're waiting and seeing.
And that was the fullback, Crawdell, again with 5-yard pickup, 2nd and 5. And quickly, the Knights back up to the line of scrimmage, and there's the snap. Going wide, it's a pitch outside on the left side, and he's got some running room, first down and more.
No huddle, but there's a flag deep in the backfield. That might be roughing the quarterback. Nope, illegal motion, awesome.
Number 22,
that's coming back.
That's going to be a motion penalty against the Triad Knights. Boy, you know, the Knights are they're trying to shoot themselves in the foot, but the Leafs seem to keep letting them out of it.
We've got to take advantage.
That's going to be that's going to move it back to second and about 10 yards. But they still are moving the football.
Preliminary call on the offense.
You know,
Would you say fluently?
Yeah, fluently is a good word. You know, it is, though, like I said, this is a no-huddle offense, and you don't normally see the no-huddle with a running team. Way back when in the 90s, Laverne Pottinger up in Belvedere, who we saw at Belvedere a few years ago, was able to do an offense very similar to this.
Well, when the Leafs saw it against Sterling, they had a hard time getting back and getting set.
Sure.
Not only physically, but mentally and emotionally for the next play. And you know, that's a tough. You get somebody who's not used to that, that's a tough call.
Right.
There's a running play back up the middle by Triad.
The tackle for Geneseo.
It's a lot easier to see it who's getting the ball when they're running the ball at you.
Football, yeah, fullback carries the football for about a 5-yard gain. This 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4, the Leafs are in a critical situation for a stop right here. And there's the snap. That ball's handed off on the counter play, and he's going to get the first down. Oh, the football's loose. Now they're going to call that down. But where are they going to call it down? I called that first down really fast, and he is really close. It is so close.
Yeah, the official on the top side of the field, on the visitor side of the field, looks like he's just short.
But the sticks are already, the guy moving the sticks are moving. I thought maybe somebody signaled them. They are going to move the sticks. Wow. They're going to give him that first down by about a foot.
All right, that official on the other side was standing at about the 26-yard line, but the ball was at the 27, so it kind of throws you off.
And here we go, Triad, first and 10.
Okay, now they're going to take a look at the sideline. There you go.
27-yard line. We got the Leafs, got extra down lineman, trying to put stop on that. Cosgrave gets the tackle along with Jordan Jackson. But you know, again, it's smash mouth football. It's a pickup of 5 again out about the 32-yard line.
Right, this number 7 for them, this Crawdell, he's a nice runner. He's a kind of a bruising type where he just keeps his legs going, shoulders down, and just keeps moving the pile.
Okay, he got more than 5 on that. He got about 7 on that play. So 2nd and 3, pitch out on the defensive left side, and he makes a cut, and he's got a lot of grass in front of him. Here he's open, he's in the midfield, trying to get a tackle, and it's Tyler Thompson trying to bring that beast of a running back down. Trevor Knott, they list him at 181 pounds, but he looks a lot bigger than that. It's a touchdown-saving tackle.
The original hit was at the line of scrimmage, and we weren't able to wrap him up there. Got to keep your feet. Can't go to your knees on contact. Keep your feet moving. 40-yard gain for number 30, Mr. Knott. So
once again, we're in the second quarter here. 14-7 in favor of the Triad Knights, and the Knights driving again, trying to get the length of the field. Fake. They did give it to the fullback. Again, Cardell takes the ball for a nice gain, about 6.
Well, you definitely got to make a stop here, not let them score with 3:15 to go in the second quarter. Because you do get the ball back first in the second half, but their ball control team, they'll play keep away if they get a 2-score lead.
They spot that on about a 5-yard gain, so it's going to be 2nd and 5 for Triad, up under center, ready to snap the football. And he snaps it, hands it off again, keeps it on the left side. We got lots of people tackling the quarterback, but the fullback, but the quarterback keeps that ball around left tackle for the first down. He's down to the 16-yard line once again in the red zone. They came from their own 5 down to the Geneseo 16-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yep, got to make sure we're being disciplined, making our wrapping up, hanging on.
14-7 in favor of Triad, and they're threatening to score again. Fullback up the middle, picks up, just grinding them out, picks up about 7 or 8. They're going to spot him right down at the 9-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 8.
Yeah, they're doing to Geneseo what Geneseo likes to do to people.
That's exactly right.
And that's play keep away with the football. Defensively, you know, the defense is staying on the field for long periods of time, and that wears you down. It wears you down quite a bit with a running team. Passing team, you know, it doesn't wear you as much, but with a running team, when they're running at you, it gets tiring down there, especially on a hot day like this. 2:18 to go in the second quarter, and the Leafs down a score. Triad has the ball. Will have the ball 2nd and about 3 at the 9-yard line, maybe 2nd and 2 at the 9-yard line. So I don't know, Bob. We got to make sure somebody's got to step up and make a play. Need a turnover. Something exciting's got to happen for us.
They've got Geneseo has had Cole Howard in the lineup on this series. I've noticed as a down lineman, trying to create, shake something up, trying to create, stop that thrust. They're getting at the line of scrimmage. They're just getting the offensive line of the Knights is getting a nice thrust at the line of scrimmage. And just as I mentioned that, Howard steps over to the sideline.
IHSA.org is the address for the IHSA website on the internet.
Got Tate's in the lineup, Cody Brower's in the lineup.
Find out immediately what's happening with high school activities
Zach Humphreys in the lineup.
State of Illinois.
In the defensive, Nick Schwartzendruber, Cade Humphreys, Jordan Jackson. Olson's back there. Drew Rapps is back there.
Coming out of the timeout, Triad has it 2nd and 2.
And of course, Logan Weber, the free safety, is always present. And here we go. Timeout is over, and Triad comes to the line of scrimmage, ready to snap the football. And that does happen. Pitch out to the right side. Nice little tuck, dip. Got really close to the line of scrimmage. He's going to have a first down. Excuse me, he get to the goal line. He's going to have a first down.
Number 30,
and goal at the at about 1.5 yard line, Coach.
Well, it's going to be tough to keep them out here. You know, so if they do happen to score here, hopefully the offense has something for us in the last 2 minutes of the second quarter. But Triad's not going to be in any hurry. They're going to want to leave as few seconds on the clock as possible.
And the clock ticks down to that 2-minute mark here in the first half. Triad with football on the 1.5 yard line and first down. There's the snap. A lot of movement going on there. And that ball, hey, that was snuffed. He did not score. A flag on the play, and there was a lot of movement at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be motion.
Right.
It's going to be an illegal shift on Triad.
The quarterback, Bauer, was actually watching the 25-second clock and letting it run down. He made sure the ball wasn't snapped inside. He made sure the ball was snapped inside 5 seconds. But little mistake by running back. Not sure whose fault it was. We don't care because it's good for the Leafs.
Yeah, the Leafs have lose the ball to the 6 yard line. We're still first and goal, and they still have a mountain of a task to overcome. The purpose of him letting the clock run down, of course, is that when they do feel they're going to score. When you're the offense, your mindset is you're going to score, and you don't want a lot of time on that clock for the opposing team to be able to try to put some points on the board. So they'd like to score there with 0 time left on the clock here in the first half.
Exactly. Right now, if I'm the coach, I'm not too panicked on that side because they've just, we've got a few more yards to get, and we got more time we can kill off the clock. But you still have first down. You still have first down on looks like the 6 yard line. So you still feel pretty good about my chances to score. And I get to waste some more time on the clock.
First down and plenty of time. So the Triad Knights with a lead of 14-7 here inside the final 2 minutes of the first half are driving on the 6 yard line. First and goal on the 6. Trying to increase their lead on the Green Machine. Green Machine has had the ball 3 times and scored 1. This is Triad's third possession. And they have not been held. Keeper by the quarterback, and he goes in basically untouched. Yeah. Just a quick juke step, right off the left tackle, left guard spot, into the end zone. And that's going to make the score 20-7 in favor of the Triad Knights.
Like I said, when the quarterback's reading that play, it makes it difficult for the defense, and you've got to stay disciplined and do your job. After we had a 3 and out with them on their first series, they've scored 3 possessions in a row. So, but
I apologize. I did say scored in every possession. We did have a 3-and-out in that first possession. Geneseo had deferred and kicked off to Triad and did hold them. Extra point is good. That's going to make it 21-7.
That's a 95-yard drive. Well, if you got any magic in your back pocket right now, time to use it.
Well, a minute and 40 seconds to try to put some points on the board. Willis is putting some stats together, but I do know without looking that was a 95-yard drive. And, man, we thought maybe, the Leafs could get a stop there and put some points on the board and get back at them. If it would ended in a 6-yard run, 13 plays, the quarterback, Tommy Bauer, takes it in with 95 yards. Excuse me, with a minute and 40 seconds left. 5.5 minutes on that drive, 95 yards.
Yeah,
that's the football, like you said, we like to put on other people.
Right. The key there was they had a 15-yard penalty on a first down play and put them back to 3rd and long, 3rd and 9, and they gained about 20 yards on a counter play. So that's 2 drives of double-digit plays, and that's wearing on the defense.
As we said, they've been trying to shoot themselves in the foot. They've had plenty of penalties. We just can't hold them back there. Then they pick up a big play to compensate for it. Going to have a 4th kickoff for Triad, or is this the 3rd? I lost my fingers. The 3rd time Triad kicks, and they do that. It's going to be to Olsen, who's received all 3. He takes the ball right up the middle. He breaks loose a little bit, and he had one man to beat, but he didn't beat him. But he did pick up nice yardage. That ball out to the 37-yard line of the Geneseo Maple Leafs, and they have nice field position.
I really like how he used his speed and got upfield. The last time he was over by the numbers and tried to get all the way back to the middle of the field and didn't, and only gained a couple yards on his return. This time he got the ball and got upfield.
Had some nice blockers in the middle, and just made advantage of that, took advantage of that seam. Tuned with the handoff. Wow, got nowhere. Handoff to Caden Humphreys.
I know usually
I want to call him Cooper now. Caden Humphreys with the football, and they're going to give him a yard on that. It didn't look like he got past the line of scrimmage, but we'll take that yard.
Usually, I know a lot of times coaches will try to play it safe here and then see if they can get a little bit on first down and see where they can go from there.
Well, they certainly don't want to give the ball back to Triad because they can score in a hurry, even with their type of offense. Snap. That's a halfback pass by Jackson. Oh, just miss.
Pass intended for number 88, Ben Cosgrave.
That was Ben Cosgrave downfield. Couldn't see he was laying on the ground. He dove for the football, but it was just a little underthrown. Halfback pass by Jordan Jackson was incomplete.
Little trickery. You notice now, though, that the Triad has their linebackers backed off, their outside linebackers backed off, so it's a true 4-man front. In anticipation of the Leafs throwing the ball here this late with 54 seconds to go in the second quarter.
But that play stops the clock, and that was a great play call. If that ball could have been led just a little bit more, Ben Cosgrave did have. Kyle Toon back to pass, throws the ball away. They chase him back deep into the offensive backfield by about 17 yards. Throw the ball away on 3rd and long. It's going to be 4th and 9, and the Leafs are going to have to punt the ball away. And you didn't want to give them the football back with any time left on the clock. But they have
47 seconds to go. And that was a pretty heady play, actually, by Kyle, avoiding the sack and not giving the sack up. But,
that would have been about a 20-yard loss. That would have been ugly.
The 2 passes, though, they stopped the incomplete passes, stopped the clock.
Jack Hinton with the punt. Fair catch is called. And he's dropped.
Sorry, didn't mean to scream.
I'm screaming all the time.
We almost had a muff punt there for number 48 there.
We don't have. Yeah. Oh yeah. So we do.
Ethan Salopek.
Ethan Salopek calls for a fair catch. Rolls down his front, but he fell on it. So it's going to be Triad football and first down on the 32-yard line.
39 seconds to go. You're expecting a pass of some type here, but if they do pass, it'll be maybe their 15th pass of the whole year.
And they have not thrown yet today.
Haven't thrown yet today. And now it's a lead, probably won't.
They've had some big openings for their running backs. They made some big plays. They had a 65-yard run that set up their first score. And here they go. Triad Knights with the football. Under center, there's no shotgun in this offense. Pitched out to the left side, offensive left side. Gets around the corner. Breaks a couple tackles and gets a first down and about 7 more. Almost to midfield. It's going to be at the 48-yard line, still in Triad territory.
With that, they just try to outnumber the Leafs over there to the offensive left, defensive right side with those 2 wideouts. No intention to pass. Probably something similar this way. These 2 wideouts try to run off the 2 cornerbacks over here.
Sure, just get rid of those defensive backs and get an opening for your running backs.
There it is.
Pitch to the other way, coming this way now, coming to the offensive right side. There's going to be a flag out there. Triad running back just does not want to go down. Bruising running back.
Going to be a holding call here on Triad. Player holding Logan Weber there, trying to get off a block and grab some jersey.
That would have been a gain of 17, going to be nullified. That was going to be down to the 34-yard line of Geneseo, and that was just getting way too close for comfort. Instead, it's going to be a holding call, and it was in the offensive backfield. Is that correct? Where'd that flag end? Just a little behind. Oh no, it wasn't. It was downfield. Mm-hmm. So it's just right back at the line of scrimmage.
48-yard line.
Point of infraction was 10 yards down the line of scrimmage.
13 seconds left to go in the half. Okay, now something similar. This back's going to go in motion away from us. Nope, coming at us. There he goes.
It's kind of a counter play, and he bites the dust. Nobody seems to be interested in stopping the clock here. Yep, they do stop the clock. It's going to be a timeout by the Knights.
6 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Unless they have a real nice down and out pattern that they've never shown, this could be the last play. It's going to be timeout Knights as we come to the final 6 seconds of the first half. Maple Leafs trail 21-7.
Looks like they'll be going into the wind, so I don't know. I don't know if throwing will help them very much.
Long ways for a field goal.
Oh, yeah. That was your record.
The ball sits at the 48-yard line of Triad. They have 52 yards to cover in 6 seconds to put up a score. And the Leafs have to make sure that doesn't happen. We've always talked, Coach, how the Green Machine is adept. The coaches are adept at making the halftime adjustments. We've gone into halftime down many times and made some good adjustments and come back out and take over the ball game. And obviously that's what they need today.
No question. You know, on our coaching staff, you have a great mix of guys who've been around a while and guys that haven't been around very long. So those guys have been around a while. They've probably seen just about every single situation you could think of and draw from that experience.
And here's the final play of the first half. It's a counter play, going to be stopped short of the first down, and he's going to be stopped short of anything, and that's going to end the first half. We're going to call it in to the first half. The Maple Leaf, Geneseo Maple Leafs on the short end of a 21-7 score. Score 21 for the Triad Knights, 7 for the Geneseo Maple Leafs. Thanks for joining us.
This TV 50 telecast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Telephone Company, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Vandemore Funeral Home, Northside Rexall Drug, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Village Home Stores, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank, Please patronize our sponsors and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV 50 telecast. This TV 50 telecast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Telephone Company, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Vandemore Funeral Home, Northside Rexall Drug, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Village Home Stores, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank. Please patronize our sponsors and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV 50 telecast.
Okay, and welcome back. We've got second half Green Machine football here. This is playoff football. My name is Bob Pettit, along with Coach Pat Mitchell. Keith Kennett on the camera, as always, our hero and our boss, and Willis Ando on the stats. And glad you're with us here. Thanks for joining us here. We're about ready for the opening second half kickoff. The Leafs are going to receive. They won the toss and deferred to the second half, but they have an uphill battle. They got a 21-7 deficit on their hands.
Like I said before, you don't hit the panic button yet, but there's got to start being a sense of urgency to this, because time runs fast when both teams are running the football.
Yeah, it's one of those tough things. You know, we've been in the dugout together for a long time. It's one of those tough things. You don't want to have any sense of panic, but you also realize that you really need to score on this possession.
Yes, exactly.
So you got to figure out how to convey that without saying, like, if you don't score here, it's over.
Right.
Because that's not exactly how it is. But it is important to score on this possession.
Yeah, I think the Cubs are learning that during this World Series. Got to score.
And here's the opening kickoff of the second half, and it's deep. Looks like Tyler Thompson's going to pick this one up.
Zach Olson.
Oh, that's Olson, I'm sorry. And he tries to bring it up the middle, takes a little bit of a slip, and he gets just over the 20-yard line.
Number 22,
Zach Olson has returned every kickoff today.
For the Knights, number 38.
And the Leafs are going to start on a 21.5-yard line.
All right, speed, get upfield. Looks like we do have Shane Holmstrom in the ballgame playing guard. That right guard next to Dylan Stage.
Actually, there's a lot of these players that were not in there in the first half. Shane Holmstrom at the guard spot, the right guard spot. That ball is handed off to Jordan Jackson. He takes it around left, just outside left tackle, cuts it inside the edge. Picks up a nice 5.
Right, at least we're in an unbalanced look that time with the tackle over in the left hand, the 9 end spread out.
They're going to give him almost 6 on that spot. We're going to give him 6, so 2nd and 4 on the play. Kyle Toon brings in a new play.
It's a good start on 1st down.
Ben Cosgrave comes out wide to the right. Snap to Toon, hands it off inside. Whoa! That ball was that's not going anywhere. At 2nd and about 4, and Jackson gets the football up the middle and runs into a roadblock.
Right.
He picked up maybe a yard. We're going to call it 3rd and 3. We're going to call it 3rd and 3.
Right. A lot of must be a little bit of confusion on that counter play for the offensive lineman. I don't know if Triad's doing something they didn't expect or not.
It's a big 3rd down already. Snap to Toon. He drops back to pass. He's got somebody open over the middle, but it's knocked down. It was Noah Aper. Noah Aper was the intended target. Ball knocked down, and there's a little pushing going on both sides. Official decides to wave that off. It's going to be 4th and 3 for the Leafs, and they're going to have to kick this thing away already.
All right, ball thrown a little bit behind him, but looked like originally definitely catchable, unless that was batted down by the defensive back. So, yeah, defense got to get to work.
Back in punt formation.
Well, again, it was kind of a critical possession, but which went basically nowhere. But this is a critical defensive possession. Punt by Hinton is up in the air. It's going to land. It takes a backward bounce.
All right, Triad didn't even have anybody back on that. They were just looking for fake punt, all playing fake punt all the way.
Yep, that ball is going to be down on the 41, 42-yard line. Then they're going to spot it up to the 43-yard line.
43-yard line where the
all 3 officials saw it a little differently, but they're going to give Triad the advantage on this one. Wow, they keep moving it forward. 44. It's on the 44-yard line. Everybody touches the ball, moves it forward a yard, Coach.
Yeah, that's good field position to start with for Triad. See what kind of adjustments the Leafs have made. Gone more to a 3-man front.
And here's the snap.
And bring in linebackers.
That ball is handed up the middle, and he is stopped. Hit head on by Zach Humphrey and Cade Humphreys. Is that Humphrey and Humphreys? Was in on that?
Yeah, it sounds like a law firm.
He does pick up a yard on that, but he was hit hard. He paid dearly for that yard, as he was hit hard. 2nd down and 9 as the Knights come up to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback Bauer calls the cadence, snaps the hands up.
Oh, I think we got it. Looks like Cody Brower.
That ball was handed off to the fullback, ripped out of his hand, and it's going to be Leaf ball. Cody Brower with the recovery. Leafs needed a big break. This could be it.
You know, they didn't have the ball long. This is almost like a continuation of our offensive series. So there's one stop, but not scoring on our first possession. We still need a couple more stops, but hopefully the emotion, we get a little emotional and move this ball down and score.
Hunter Girton brings it up to center, snaps the ball to Toon, hands it off to Jackson. He's sweeping around the left end. He picks up about 4 before he's knocked out of bounds.
Kind of looking to pick and choose his way out there, that obviously he wasn't able to turn it up. So many times we see him turn that thing up sooner rather than later, but you start running out of real estate when you get over there towards the sideline.
Yeah, he's running to the short side. It's hard to get around that edge sometimes. Leafs back to the line of scrimmage one more time. 2nd and about long 6, and there's a handoff up the middle. It's going nowhere.
Boy, no push.
There was no offensive line thrust. There was no push.
Hit the backfield by number 10, Eric Crahan. No gain on the play.
That was Raps with the football.
Right, Shane Holmstrom coming out. Tyler Tate's taking his spot.
Drew Raps tried to carry that football. And they get about the line of scrimmage. We're going to have maybe just a little bit of a loss. 3rd and 7.
Does that 38 have to come off? Equipment problem?
Yeah, it's going to be an equipment problem. His helmet. I think his helmet might have come off.
Right. I know they're looking at him. He's that's a linebacker, number 38, Nathan Clark. He's also their leading tackler. So
let's run at that hole.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here we got third down. 2 under center. There's the snap. He drops back to pass. He's looking for somebody, but he's going to tuck it in. Going to keep the football. He's going to be short of the first down. He picked up some nice yardage, but it's going to be 4th and a tough call again for the Leafs. They're thinking about it this time. They sent the punt team out right away last time. They're going to look at the spot, but it's going to be 3rd and 3.
Right. You're looking at, by the time they snap the ball, it'll be under 8 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. My guess is we'll go for it here. Yeah, 4th and 3.
Sending in a play. Tune on the sideline. Brings in a play. And if those linemen ever threw a block, this would be the time to get it done.
Right.
Got to get some surge off the offensive line. That ball's handed to Jackson, and he is tackled. He's tackled in the backfield. He broke the first tackle. I thought he was down. Then he scrambled a little bit, but he got hit by 2 more Knights. He got nowhere. Got about a 3-yard loss, and it's going to be turned over to the Knights of Triad on the 41-yard line of Triad.
All right, looks like Jackson's going to come off a little bit. He might have taken a little knock on that one, but 4th and 3. Get those shoulders turned, get upfield.
Yeah, he's just going to get a breather here. They're just going to talk to him a little bit, give Jackson a breather, and the Green Machine defense comes out, and boy, they got to stop on 2 plays last time with a fumble recovery, but they need another break. 21-7, Leafs are down to the Triad. That ball's handed off first man through, and he is tackled by a host of Leafs right at the line of scrimmage. They might give him a yard.
Yeah, it looks like we went more to a 3-man front and then start bringing linebackers so that Triad doesn't know where guys are coming from. Makes it a little bit more difficult for the blockers to find guys to block.
We got Cody Brower down in the middle. Zach Humphrey on one end, and I believe it's Tate's on the other. There's a pitch back, and he's got room in front. It's going to be first down, and he's still moving down to the 40-yard line of Geneseo. It's going to be 1st and 10.
Looked like the contain guy did it. Contain guy did his job, got the running back turned back inside, but there was nobody to fill there. So once again, disciplined football.
Yeah, he did turn inside, but there was a nice hole to turn into, and that's not a good combination. Triad up 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line, up to the line of scrimmage. There's a snap. Quarterback keeps it. Dropped. Nice tackle, open field tackle. That was Logan Weber on the tackle again. We hate to see that safety making so many tackles, but that was a good one. Got it just about 1.5 yards, maybe a 2-yard gain.
Right. Yeah, he was playing close to the line of scrimmage, so he might have been like a spy on the quarterback. No matter wherever he goes, Logan Weber goes. So
yeah, we talked about Schwartzendruber doing that in the first half some.
Right, you can see there's nobody deep.
Yep. Hands the football, first man through again to the fullback. Right. And he's going to get up he's going to pick up about 3 more, and it's going to be 3rd and 5.
Right.
You know, third down, critical third down positions. We've had them offensively, now we got them defensively.
Right. They at least have 11 guys within 4 or 5 yards of the football, of the line of scrimmage. So we've got to make sure we don't allow running backs to break free.
They like Crawdell with that football though, because he's had a big game. There's pitch out, the juke step. Oh my goodness, he cuts upfield, had him dancing around the backfield, and he cuts upfield for a first down. They had a lot of time. The pursuit didn't get there, Coach. It looked like they held him in the backfield long enough and had him running laterally long enough for that pursuit to get there.
Right.
But he found a way to pick up that first down.
Right. Billy Blazer coming off the field. Cody Brower back in for him.
Triad has it 1st and 10.
Right, you got to make sure you pursue, play to the whistle. You think maybe your teammate has a tackle made, but you have got to get there too.
A lot of critical third down plays, and that was a conversion for the Knights. That ball's kept again by Brower. He gets around left end, tackled by Olsen. Zach Olson brings him down. It's a good thing because he might have juke-stepped his way into the end zone.
Quarterback number 3, Tommy Bauer, taking the run.
There's going to be a first down again. It's going to be first and 10 on the 14-yard line.
Triad has it first and 10.
They make it difficult. They make it difficult on defense.
Yeah, they spot that on the 13-yard line, so first and 10 on the 13. Quickly, the Knights up to the line of scrimmage, snap the football. Lot of movement one more time. Brower looks back, pitches it outside, and it's loose. It's on the ground. It's going to be recovered by the Knights.
Fumble on the play, recovered by the Knights, number 30, Trevor Knott.
This next play will start with under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter, so here's another break for the Leafs. We'll see if we can take advantage of this one, making it second and about 20 yards to go.
Triad has led the game in fouls and in turnovers, and you just cannot, Leafs just cannot capitalize on it and turn them into points. We'll see if they can do it this time. It's going to be second and 20. Pass. It's deep, and he's wide open. Wide open in the end zone. It's a touchdown. As you said, Coach, they had nobody back.
For a Triad Knights touchdown.
Triad passes less than twice a game, and I guess this is one of their two right here.
Yep.
And they made the best of it. Second and 20 from the 23-yard line, and they strike pay dirt with a pass into the end zone.
That could be deflating. We'll see.
27 at this point, 27-7 with the extra point looming. Kick is up. Good, and it is 28-7 in favor of Triad Knights from Troy, Illinois.
Well, looks like we're going to need one of those miracle finishes.
Well, obviously what we had hoped happened in the onset of the second half did not happen. Came out, didn't move the football as well as we needed to. Had some opportunities with a fumble recovery and third and longs, just couldn't convert.
Nope. When it comes down to it, you got to be able to make plays. And if the other team's the one making plays, which at this time Triad's doing, it makes for a long day.
Leafs are going to have Zach Olson back again. They're going to have Colton Pitchke deep back this time. River Griffin is one of the short guys, along with Ben Cosgrave.
Right. That touchdown drive for Triad was 8 plays, 59 yards, and it took 3 minutes, 8 seconds off the clock. The finale of it was a 22-yard TD pass from Tommy Bauer to Jacob Odell, and of course the extra point try was good. So
it didn't take a lot of execution because he was just playing wide open.
Right.
He's just kind of standing there like he was catching a fly ball in center field in the end zone.
Quarterback just dropped it right in there.
So we got another kickoff, yet another kickoff by the Triad Knights. Again, Colton Pitchke and Zach Olson deep, and it's going to go to Olson one more time. Olson trying to hit up the middle, head forward up the middle, gets ahead of steam, and then gets hit really hard right about the 26-yard line. Got a lot of activity again. Just kind of slow whistles. It looked like he'd been stopped pretty solid.
Well, needing 3 touchdowns with 4:34 to go in the third quarter, the Leafs have to find a sense of urgency now. Once again, not panic. We don't want to call it panic, but there's got to be a sense of urgency. It's going to be difficult, first of all, to score 3 touchdowns on these guys, but even more difficult to hold them out of the end zone at the same time.
So it needs to start relatively soon here because we're more than halfway through. There's ball handed off outside to Drew Rapps. He comes around the right end, picks up nice yardage. Boy, there's gang tackling. They fly to the ball, and they have a lot of gang tacklers. You don't usually see one-man tackles with this Triad group.
Right.
Rapps picks up 8 on the play. Let's give him 9 on that. We're going to give him 9 on that play. Second one.
Yeah, they do a really nice job of staying home and just waiting for guys to come back at them.
Nice run by Drew Rapps. Nice hole by the offensive line. Just need more of it. Need that consistency of that line surge. There's a handoff up the middle. No, it's a fake. It's a fake up the middle. Jackson goes out left and loses about 4.
You know, once again, just at you needed 1 yard, 2 yards. I know we're trying to make something happen, but I'd really like to see him lower his shoulders and try to get upfield, get that first down.
They give him the benefit of some forward progress, and it's going to be 3rd and 4, so they're going to give him about a 3-yard loss on that play. And it's 3rd and critical again. Got to have it here. This is not a good place to have to go for on 4th down. Toon drops back to pass. He's got it on the flat over to Jackson. Jackson gets across first down territory at about the 40-yard line.
Wraps.
That's wraps.
Yep.
They both have a 4 on their back.
Right. Actually, well, and Jordan was out there too. He threw a key block to spring him for a first down. You know, if that's what's working, maybe he had to do a little more of the putting the ball in the air, mixing up a little bit. Looks like Drew got banged up a little bit on that play. He's coming out.
Yeah, he's going to come take a little breather, but he came off on his own accord and doesn't look like he's beat up too bad.
Zach
Casey Zipton has a little conversation with him, and he says, "Get away from me, I'm fine."
Yeah.
Here's the next snap up the middle. That one's going to be fullback Cade Humphreys. He picks up a nice gain. They're going to give him about 7.
As the clock moves with 3:20 to go in the 3rd quarter, Leafs down 3 scores, 28-7. You know, it's hard to do sometimes, but you can't forget about the fullback, even though you're down 3 scores. Try to keep the defense honest.
Fortunately, when they didn't give it the fullback last time, it didn't hurt the pass play to Drew Raps. Here's a end around 22. That's going to be Olsen with the football. He's going to have a first down.
Right, really nice job.
Just across midfield.
Really nice job getting up inside the block of the tackle, pulling for him, and just getting turned upfield and getting his yards for a first down. Just keep those chains moving.
Keep those chains moving. It's in Triad territory now at the 47-yard line. Leafs coming to the line of scrimmage. Kyle Toon with the play. Got Humphreys in the backfield. Along with Olsen, he drops back to pass again. He's going to eat this one. It's going to be tackled for a loss. Toon could not find his open receiver, and he had to eat it. It's going to be 2nd and long. It's going to be back into Geneseo territory. They had the ball at the 47 of Triad, but it moves back to the 49 of the Leafs.
The pressure came from his backside, and he didn't quite see it, and he turned right back into it.
At that point, you tuck it in and live with it.
Just hang on to the football.
Yeah.
That's one thing you can't have is a turnover.
So the Leafs up to the line of scrimmage again. One wide out again. That's Cosgrave. Drops back again. He did lose the football on that one. They're going to give that one to Triad. Toon back to pass. And there was a stunt on the play. The defensive back was in Toon's face before he could even set. Reached up to try to throw the football and dropped the football on the ground. It's going to be Triad football on the 40-yard line of Geneseo. And exactly happened what you just said couldn't happen, Coach.
Well,
it does.
It happens. You know, I always remember 16, 17, 18-year-old young men. It looks a whole lot easier to do than what it really is.
Geneseo's run into a good football team today. We got to give them credit for that.
Yeah.
It's been a hard-fought football game, but Triad is a tough bunch of football players.
Ball on the ground.
Ball on the ground again.
Schwarzenegger.
Yep. Nick Schwarzenegger recovers the fumble on one play. It's giveaway, takeaway time. Schwarzenegger celebrating, found himself on the ground, having too much fun. But you know that's an emotional play. You just after you cough it up and your shoulders want to slump, come back and knock that ball loose.
Exactly. Well, and that's one thing you talk about the adversity. Schwarzenegger had a cast on, if I'm not mistaken, last week up in Morris. So I know he's banged up and got a little ligament issue, but he's playing without the cast.
Here's the plays. The snap goes off to the left side. Big pile of white jerseys over there when it comes off. I'll tell you who had the football. Jackson had the football, picked up about 3.
Jackson, the ball carrier.
Just off the left tackle.
Oh, Jordan looks a little worn out. Coming back to the huddle.
Jordan has playing both ways. He's really had a game.
once again, you know, it's pretty warm out there, and when you're not used to it being this warm this late in the year.
Leads up to the line of scrimmage again. The snap is, ball comes on the left. And that's going to be Drew Rapps, and he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage, or right at the line of scrimmage. A gain of nothing.
24, Rex, the ball carrier.
Looks like we had blockers in front of us, Coach, but one guy got through that mess.
One guy from behind. That happens so many times. We forget about backside, blocking the backside.
Yep, and their pursuit is really good.
Really good. This 48, that's the gentleman who had the sack on the previous series that caused the fumble. I'm thinking he's a pretty good player.
Yeah. Stocky little fire plug.
Yes. 5'9", 205 pounds.
Yeah.
Not very tall. Pretty thick, though. Here he comes. Yep.
Okay, there's some contact before the snap. Green Machine just ready to snap the football, and there's going to be an encroachment call here. I think there was contact beyond the line of scrimmage by the Knights. Leafs are going to pick up 5, and that makes third down a lot better looking. 3rd and 2 is a lot better than 3rd and 7.
Like I said, you're a smarter coach on 3rd and 2 than you are on 3rd and 7, but you needed to do something to slow them down. I see Cole Howard's in at tackle right now instead of Dylan Stage.
They're moving people around looking for answers. Jackson with the football, cuts around the left side, and he is not going to get a first down. He's going to lose yardage. Just too many Knights in the offensive backfield of the Green Machine is not a good recipe.
That'll be the end of the 3rd quarter as the clock runs out.
Well, the Leafs have 4th and 3 on their own 42-yard line. I'm sorry, you got to get to the 45 for a first down. And that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. Score at the end of 3. Geneseo 7, the Triad Knights 28.
This TV 50 telecast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Telephone Company, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Vandemore Funeral Home, Northside Rexall Drug, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Village Home Stores, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank. Please patronize our sponsors and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV 50 telecast.
And here we go, ready for the 4th quarter, Coach Mitchell. My name is Bob Pettit, along with Coach Mitchell, 8th grade football coach, head softball coach here at Geneseo. And it's not been a pleasant game to announce, but still got a quarter to go. 28 for the Triad Knights, 7 from the Geneseo Maple Leafs. And Triad trying to stop the Leafs one more time. Leafs have 4th down and 3 on the 42-yard line. Handoff on the right side to Colton Pischke, and he's got the first down on the right side. Brought the sophomore Colton Pischke in for his first carry of the ball game on 4th and 3. Not much pressure, huh, Coach?
No, not much at all. Jeez, your first. I know you've been out on punt team earlier today, but yeah, here you go, sophomore.
Yeah,
light a spark.
Yeah, okay, kid. This is our only opportunity to stay in the ball game. Here, carry the football. But he is successful. Gets that ball around right in. Picked up the first down +2. It's on the 47-yard line, and here's the next play off to Drew Rapps, and he is going nowhere.
Right, like I said, they're doing a nice job of staying home. We haven't had a lot of success with the misdirection stuff.
No, the counter play has just not really picked up much today, and that was the counter play by 2 Rapps. And but they run that themselves. The counter play is really effective against teams that don't run it themselves because they see it. But they see it, this team sees it every day in practice, and it's no shock to them when they have a little misdirection.
Right. You know,
did get back to the line of scrimmage, so it's 2nd and 10.
Right. There he comes.
The snap to Toon, and that's your best friend over there, number 48. You know, we got to tip our cap to this guy, Ethan Salopak. And when he stunts, he just eats you alive. He was in the back middle before Kyle Toon could get back.
Right. What he's doing is he's taking off, running right at Shane Holmstrom, the guard, who's pulling on that pass, and since he's blitzing in behind him, Shane doesn't see him and doesn't stay home to pick him up.
And it was a wide open path to the quarterback, and he got a loss of 6 on that play. So it's going to be 3rd and long, 3rd and 16, and the Leafs. Chance is hanging the balances, drops back for a pass, throws the ball way over. The official was the only one that had an opportunity to catch that. Way long, and it's going to be 4th down, and they're going to send in the punt team.
Brings up a 3rd and check that 4.
They really don't want to give him the ball in this position back on the 41-yard line.
Right.
But, you know, you hate to punt in the 4th quarter when you're down by 3 scores.
Right.
It's a tough decision.
The sack hurt us, put us behind the chains again, and yeah, you're right. You don't have any choice here. You could go for it, but you know, you take your chances with hoping you can get a turnover from them. They've had 2 this half, so maybe we can get a 3rd one.
Whether you go for it on 4th down or hope you can stop them here in short time, both ways you're hoping for a miracle.
Right.
Even though we believe they do happen. That punt is high and long down to the 25-yard line. Fair catch is called by the Knights. That's number 9. That's number 90, but he's not on our program. Was that number 90?
Number 30, Trevor Knight.
Oh, that's Trevor Knott. Yeah, Trevor Knott's got 500 yards on the season. He's had some big runs in this ball game.
Right.
He's a hard individual to bring down, but he called the fair catch. The Knights received the ball. Start the ball 1st and 10. Right about the 26-yard line. Their own 26-yard line, and the Leafs defense.
Just over 10 minutes to go in this ball game in the Leaf season.
It's dig down and give it your best shot. That's all they got left right now. Ball's handed off, first man through, fullback, and he's going nowhere. He might have picked up a yard. Nice contingent of Leafs on that tackle. I see Cosgrave out of there.
Cordell, the ball carrier.
I see River Griffin come out of there.
Somebody's down.
As did Tyler Tate. So
we have an official's time on
we have a Leaf player.
Zach Humphrey.
Zach Humphrey is down, but he's going to be all right. He's coming off the field. He's hobbling, but he's coming off the field. Casey Zipton meets him part way, and he runs right by her. When somebody wants to get in the ball game, they run right by Casey and say, "I'm good."
It might be something as simple as a cramp there.
Could be. So we got 2nd and about 8 here in line of scrimmage come the Knights. Long count. Leafs are patient. Steps off the line. Quarterback Bauer barks out a few things. Takes some signals from the sideline. Ray snaps the ball.
Nope.
Keeps the ball around the side.
Right.
And he does not pick up first down, but he picks up about 3.
I don't know if the fullback went the wrong way, but there was no fake there. It looked like he was faking to nobody.
Yeah.
You know, we get in a situation like this too when we're down 3 scores and we have to take some chances defensively. And sometimes, you know, like I think on their last touchdown, we were taking a chance, but sometimes that'll come back and hurt you.
At the line of scrimmage again come the Knights. That ball's handed off on a counter play of their own, and he breaks it for a first down, gets past the 40-yard line down to about the 43-yard line. 1st and goal for the Knights.
That's the counter play again.
First down on the play.
Just like what we saw in the first half. Looks like you haven't slowed down in the backfield, and we're not able to finish the guy off at the line of scrimmage, but that gives them another possession, another series.
If we when we are getting the line surge, we're not getting the fill, and we're getting some things done right. It's just not in sync quite yet, and we're running out of time to get it in sync. At least the seniors are.
Right, now he's using that play clock to his advantage, letting it get underneath 5 seconds.
First down play here for the Knights. Snap, hand it off up the middle. Get some good pounding hard yardage. Number 30, Trevor Knott. He does not come down easy. He runs low to the ground. Picks up nice yardage. Going to get about 8. Going to be second 2 to go here for the Knights. They still run that no-huddle offense, but they take all the time that it would if they were in a huddle.
Right. I mean, they're just now starting the clock, you know, so they got this next play will go, the clock will go underneath 8 minutes to go in the ball game.
Bauer under center. The Knights in their stance, but they're going to let that clock roll. Get it down to 8, 7. Play clock down. Here's the snap. Player in motion, has the football, cuts up. Got a first down and a little bit more. Logan Weber finally brings him down deep into the Leafs backfield. He's picked up about 20 on the play. Just running over him, Coach. It's tough to stop right now.
Yeah, that's a pretty heady quarterback. You can tell he's in charge of this offense and does a really nice job of reading our defensive, reading his defensive keys and just doing a nice job of leading his team.
Leafs trying to rotate people, giving people breathers. They've been on the field way too long. They've been getting their heads pounded really hard. This is a tough pounding team. First down and 10 for the Triad Knights. Player in motion, hands off. No, he keeps it up the middle. Quarterback keeps that one. Picks up about 2. Runs a lot of clock. Clock ticking away.
Yep. Looking at this next play will be under 7 minutes to go in the ball game, and possibly in the Green Machine season.
So under 7 minutes left to go in the ball game, and the clock ticking away. Leafs down by 3 scores. Triad threatening to go again. At a 21-7 halftime deficit, Triad has tacked 1 on to make it 28-7 here in the second half. Bauer under center, hands it off, coming around this end here. It's a right side sweep. He's got lots of yardage to go. It was not. There's going to be a flag down here out in the open field.
Possibly a holding.
It must have been some sort of an illegal block. The ball is spotted on the 15-yard line, but it's going to be a holding call at about the 18-yard line. So if that's the point, if it's a spot foul,
right,
it's going to move that thing back to about the 28-yard line.
Be about 2nd and 1.
Yeah, it's just short of the first down.
You know, Leafs are really pursuing hard. Like I said, you got to take some chances at this point of the game, and it's a nice job by them choosing to come back with misdirection, thinking that everybody's flying hard to the ball, and we were. Everybody was going with the fullback, and bring their wing back the other way. They had a lot of space to run.
And all that math of adding 10 yards, subtracting 2, and gets us to a 2nd and 1, just as you exactly pointed out. You know what? I'd like to send my kids back through middle school. If you're the math teacher, man, you got it down.
Yeah. I don't know if it's math or football. Been coaching football a lot longer, teaching math.
Triad comes up to the line of scrimmage, but they're letting that play clock run down. It's 13 seconds and holding for some reason. Now 9, 8. So here they're going to snap the football. Got a player in motion. Quarterback pitches it out, wide left. He tries to cut it up. Leafs surround him and bring him down with very little gain, but he's going to be very close to that first down. Looks like they're probably going to move the chains.
Right.
He only needed a yard, and he probably got about a yard and a foot. Yep, they're going to give him first down. Once again, Triad just having a hard time getting them stopped. They move the football well.
Yes, they do. They just move the chains. You know, with 6 minutes to go here in the ball game, Leafs need a lot of help now.
They're letting the clock run. Again, that play clock they're using all the time. Smart football, too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just well-executed and well-coached football team. Triad Knights, 28-7, and they're driving one more time. Pitch out to the right side. He cuts it up. It's not. He cuts up the middle, and they can't seem to bring him down. He's still driving with 3 people hanging on his legs. Gets the ball inside the 10-yard line. It's going to get down to the 8-yard line. First and goal at the 8 for Triad.
Making the tackle from behind, number 56, Hunter Gerton.
Yep. Once again, it's kind of a broken record. Looked like he had him stopped, and he was able to find a way to break free. So
that time, Coach, I think he got 5 yards after they had his legs wrapped.
Right.
I mean, you know, it's one thing to drive your legs when you're tackling high, but he just kept going. He does not go down easy. Once again, Triad up to the line of scrimmage, but they're letting that clock roll down to 10 seconds. 8, 7. Now they get it rolling here. Get the back in motion. Quarterback hands it off to the fullback. First man through. He gets down inside the 5, down to about the 4-yard line.
It's kind of like watching four-corner offense.
Yeah.
Let's let that clock run.
Yep. Painful. Painful.
Because nothing you can do with 4:45 and counting.
Yeah, the Triad is second and goal at the 4 from taking a 4-score lead. It's already a major uphill battle, but it's that would be put it just right out of sight. Leafs had tried to get back in the football game, actually tied the game at 7-7 at one point, but it's been all Triad since then. Oh, nice.
Quarterback pulled it, touchdown.
He did. Quarterback takes it into the end zone. Bauer with the tops off the drive with a keeper. Goes off the left side, takes it into the end zone for a 6. My math tells me that's 34 points at this point. How am I doing?
You're correct. You're correct.
34-7 in favor of the Triad Knights. We expected a tough ball game, but we really didn't expect it to be quite this lopsided. We expected a little bit more even teams. Extra point is also good. That makes 5 for 5 on the day. For Triad, 35-7 in the final 4.5 minutes left to go here in the ball game, and the Leafs are going to finish at home.
Let's see, that 10-play scoring drive covered 74 yards, took 7 minutes off the clock, and that's the difference in this ball game when they, you know, they're scoring points and eating up clock at the same time. Capped off with a 4-yard TD run by the quarterback Tommy Bauer, and their 5th 5 for 5 extra point. You know, at this point you start thinking about, you know, okay, the chance of us coming back are very slim, and you just hate to see it for the seniors, you know, because of the finality of it all. You know, there'll be a number of tears shed here when the clock hits 0, knowing that they never get to put a Geneseo football uniform on. So on again, but you know, but there's always hope for next year. The young guys, hopefully they learn from that and realize they got to get to work.
There's always a lot of good young guys, and here's the kick down to the 10-yard line. It's going to be Olsen again. Zach Olsen picks it up, dodges a couple guys, but he's going to get tackled inside the 20 at about the 17, 18-yard line.
And it looks like Coach Johnson is putting in the second group.
Coach Johnson is putting in the second group. Some of those will be seniors. Some of those might be juniors, just getting a little experience so they get back at it next year.
Right.
Tell you what, we're going to have to sneak a little conversation here about the seniors. I'm just going to go down number-wise, down the roster. Number 6, Jacob Verplate's a kicker. You know, he kicked. They kind of rotated early in the season. Jack Hinton has been doing most of the kicking lately. Logan Weber, we talk about him defensively. He's also a backup quarterback, although I think he's glad he never had to take any snaps. There's the ball loose.
Right. And then you see Lucas Hofer. We talked about him earlier, not seeing a snap this year due to injury. It's so difficult to deal with that. And
Tyler Thompson, returner, defensive back, you know, had a great year. Andrew Piskey again, you know, just never got to play it down. Looking forward to his senior season, and had to be a major disappointment.
A lot of new numbers in there.
We got 2nd and 8 for the Geneseo Maple Leafs, and we're going to have a timeout called. So that'll give us a couple minutes to talk about these guys. We're down to number 34, Jordan Jackson.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of yardage and a lot of tackles you have to replace. You know, you see some of these guys, you think, how in the world are we going to replace this guy? But traditionally there's somebody that steps into that spot. But yeah, you're going to miss Jordan and his leadership, along with Kate Humphreys from the fullback spot and linebacker spot.
Charlie Weiss, we've already talked about Charlie not being able to play his last couple of games because of an illness, and you know, it's tough watching it. When it's one thing to lose while you're playing, and it's really tough to watch.
Right, Hunter Gurton, who moved away to Ohio back when he was like 6th grade, and moved back in the middle of 7th grade. Great to see him back. I'm glad he got to finish his career as a green machiner.
Ryan Cass, number 58. Again, he's seen a lot of action here in this second unit. Could be on the field now. We haven't been, unfortunately, paying on time. River Griffin with the football. He gets on around the left end. He's got a first down, heading down the sidelines, and he's down to the 40 across midfield. He gets down to the 40 of Triad. What a nice first down run by River Griffin, and he's down.
Unfortunately, hit his head pretty hard on the dry part of the field here, just outside. You know, just on the sidelines, whiplash.
Casey zipped it on that quickly, and unfortunately, his parents are standing right in front of us here.
Right.
You know the anxiety of the injury factor when your kid's on the field.
Right.
Okay, we're getting down to Dylan Decker, number 62.
All right, Dylan. You know, like you talked about, I coached. When you coach 8th grade football, you coach them all, but you don't necessarily have them all on your team. So, but this is a fun group to remember, and some of the body language. It's fun. I can always tell which one Dylan is just by the way he's standing.
Dalton Stage, he was one of the guys last year that got his reps, you know, in that second group, and it came on this year. He got that starting spot.
Right, same as Tyler Tate's, you know.
Tyler Tate, same story. Yep.
Jacob Grunwald, who's on the field right now, had some injury problems this year with a foot, but it was nice to see him finish his senior year as a green machiner.
Okay, after that run by River Griffin, the Leafs have run 2 plays, picked up about 7 yards, so we got to keep up with that too. It's 3rd and 3, handoff to Murphy outside on the right side. It looks like he's got the first down.
Right.
Colin Murphy gets the ball, goes around right in, cuts around the edge. If they give him a decent spot, he should have the first down. They're moving the chains.
Big number 82, or no, we can't skip Sam, can we? As far as seniors go, how do you miss that guy?
You can skip him, but I better go back to him if I want to go home.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, he's got to be missed. He's been fun to watch literally grow and get better as a green machiner. You know, he's going to be one of those guys that's playing football on a Saturday somewhere. We just don't know where yet.
First down for the Leafs on the 30-yard line. Pitch back to Colton Pischke. He takes the ball up, picks up about 4.
Pischke, the ball carrier, Allison on the tackle.
Nice running play by Pischke.
You bet. Noah Aper, number 82.
Second down,
you know, he'll go into basketball next after this season. You know, he lost his mom when, you know, we should talk about Charlie losing his dad, and Ryan Cass both losing their dads a couple years ago. But Noah lost his mom back in 8th grade, you know, and I'm sure there'll be some tears shed here in a few minutes with those guys.
That ball's handed off
Olsen, the ball carrier,
to Zach Olsen on the right side. Gets back about to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 3rd and about 7.
All right.
You mentioned earlier, you call this the class of adversity, the team of adversity, and that's pretty serious adversity.
Oh yeah,
what you're talking about there.
You aren't kidding. It. I mean, you just feel for those guys and sticking it out and staying with, you know, football is kind of like a brotherhood, you know, and like family. So you use football as a way to keep you pumped up.
Yep.
and to keep you going.
Kyle Toon hands the ball to Colin Murphy up the middle, and he just gets back the line of scrimmage. So we're going to have 4th and 7 here, and we'll see whether they can pull something out of their bag of tricks. We're down under a minute. We're down to 48, 47. Clock ticking away.
A couple more seniors
we're
here.
talking about the seniors.
Yeah, a couple more seniors. Braden Reese, you know, it's just comes from a great family. I know his grandfather and my dad used to go watch games all the time when I was playing. So it's good to see him finish out his senior year. Zach Humphrey. There's a nice pass completion.
A nice pass completion for a first down. Got out of bounds to stop the clock. 29 seconds left. And the Leafs, the second unit is, you know, they kind of want to score.
Yeah,
they're kind of hungry. It's not going to have a bearing on the football game, but.
All right, that was Colton Pischke out of the backfield.
Zach Humphrey, sir, you go down to Zach.
Right, Zach Humphrey is going to move into wrestling here. He's a state qualifier caliber wrestler, so hopefully, you know, get a little rest here. Oh, ball. Oh, so close. Yep, they got it.
Yep. The handoff was to Zach Olson. Ball was popped loose and somewhere in the middle of the line of scrimmage. Found the ground and ended up on the 1 yard line, recovered by the Knights of Triad, and they're gonna let the clock run. Well, as soon as they snap a football, they're gonna let the clock run. Probably take a knee.
Right. Like I said, Zach Humphrey will go into wrestling. Hopefully, he has an outstanding senior year there on the mats, and then Ben Cosgrave. Senior 5'11", 150-pound defensive back, split end. He had some wonderful moments this year, catching a couple passes for a touchdown. You know, you're going to miss him. You really will. And like I said, you always wonder how you're going to replace him, but you will. Hopefully they have fond memories of playing Geneseo football. I know today is not going to be one of them, but
and likely the last snap of the football game takes place. Triad snaps football, runs, did not take a knee, or probably would have given Geneseo 2 points because it was on the 1 yard line. They run the football back out to about the 2 or 3 yard line, hit the dirt, and they're going to let the clock run as it ticks away. Leafs are going to end the season right here with a 35-7 loss. Any final comments, Coach?
End up 6-4. It's year 54 in a row where the Green Machine does not have a losing season. You know, I know what they'll do is they'll take a few days off, and the juniors and a few weeks off, and the juniors and sophomores will get back to work for the 2017 version of the Green Machine. But congratulations and thank you to those seniors. It's been really fun, me as a former coach, watching them grow up and get better. I know all the dreams probably weren't met, but it just, you know, it's sad for them. But the sun will come up tomorrow. They'll realize they were part of an outstanding program and leave with good memories.
As they go through the handshake line, there'll be no ringing of the bell, unfortunately, for this final time for the seniors. But again, Coach, good program. We're just going to have to say, call this one, unfortunately, on a little bit of a sour note with a loss, but they had a great season. So the final score of this football game, the Triad Knights of Troy, Illinois, 35, Geneseo Maple Leafs, 7. Thanks for joining us.